It's Bonsai Anonymous here. We're going to try to do a little bench tour, starting with this carrot wood. And it's so sunny I can't really tell what I'm getting. There's a lizard on it. 3 or 4 strangler figs, a great big strangler fig. I'm not sure what that is, a homemade pot anyway. I don't know what that is back there. That's called a snow on the mountain. Don't know what's coming up there. This is a big Mayan spinach. And this pot right here I made is the very first one. It's my very first plant. Back there is a strangler fig and a schefflera. Don't know what that is. This is artillery plants. Down here is a vine and another Mayan spinach. This is bloodberry, I believe. Okay, let's go over here. This is a cashew grown from seed. I've got 3 of them right now. This is another one of the vines. You can see it coming out there. He goes over here and gets involved with things. Strangler fig, homemade pot. This is a maple with strangler fig. I think it's on a rock, but that's a long time ago. Strangler figs. I got a lot of strangler figs. There's some more because they're easy to do on rocks. There's one up there, plus a cherry, which I can't ever remember the name. Suriname cherry. Okay. Down here is a can't think of the name of it. Hibiscus. My memory's bad. Some real tall strangler figs on a rock. That's pretty old. I don't have an idea when I planted it. These are, well, that's really good news. Right here we have some of my, thought I was dead, willows coming out. So we got to keep watering that. I think this might be a willow, but I'm not sure. Back here, Mayan spinach. Nice little garden there. This one is a strangler fig that was in a pot, grew through the bottom, so I put it in another pot with this plant, which I think is a bloodberry. Back there is some strangler figs on a rock. This is a, let's see here, coastal honeysuckle, I believe. This is some sort of orchid. This is my newest pot. Bought it on Temu for $8. It's got a strangler fig in it on a shell. I don't know if you can see that shell in there. This is a gumbo limbo that I think got too dry, fell off on the ground. I repotted it, and we'll see. Not sure what that is. It says it's a native bougainvillea, but I don't see bougainvillea anywhere in there. Or strangler figs on a rock, and some more growing down there. I just like the way the roots look. Okay, back there is a big Mayan spinach. That's the original one. Strangler fig and frangipani. Strangler fig and what's this? Can't think of the name of it. No, firebush. Okay. This is a strangler fig over there, and over here is a Suriname cherry, sorry. Some strangler figs planted to wind around each other. This is a ruby petalorum because of the ruby leaves. It's a beautiful one. A little forest here with, once again, strangler figs. I'm not sure what those are, and some vines, some Virginia creeper vines. It's a real old corn plant, probably 35 years old. Same thing over here. This is a really old elephant deer plant that I rescued from a vacant lot. In fact, the vacant lot was next door. Now there's a house there. But it was a vacant lot, and I got this out of there before it was all chewed up for construction. I made some pots out of t-shirts. This is one right here. They don't last very long. They break, and I'll show you some over here that are broken. My fountain that I'm working on. Some more strangler figs. That's got a real nice trunk down there, and some more here that look really cool. Up here is a rainbow eucalyptus that I grew from a seed. You can see that the bark is peeling off, and sooner or later what will happen will be a lot of different colors underneath there. Right now they're kind of dim. Okay. I moved this one. This is a orange jasmine tree that I planted. I pulled it up from the ground and planted it, and it's showing all right, but I needed to move it. Very heavy, and in the windstorm it bent over. That's why that brick is there. So I hope it'll make it. Some nice frangipani. I see leaves coming out of all of them. This is a schefflera. Nice little schefflera. The red tags mean they've been fertilized this time around. There's some weird pots. This is an old yard light, a glass yard light top that I planted something in. These are desert roses. Back here we have another Suriname cherry that's got to be trimmed back, but I broke the pot down. It was one of those t-shirt pots, but the problem is you can't see the trunk. They're so tall, so I've been breaking them down. Here's a willow. I don't see any buds on it yet, but it's not what's the word? It's not all brown and dead looking, so that would probably come back. A real nice Virginia creeper in here, and there's the trunk right down in there. It's just really a nice one. Two more figs that I got from the store. This one needs to be repotted. There's some more willow over there in the back. I made an experiment of bending it over to make weeping willow out of it, and I think I managed to kill most of it by doing that. So that's an experiment that I won't repeat. A couple of more of those solar light pots back here, and another fig from the big box store. This is a slash pine here. Back here is another strangler fig, a tiny one. Up here is a nice looking ruby petalum with the ruby leaves and the ruby flowers. Beautiful. This is a little juniper that my friend gave me many years ago, and it's doing okay. These are mahogany plants that I planted from seed. There's 3 of them there. Some more willows, and these are getting leaves, so I think we'll be okay on these. We'll see. One of my favorite fruit on rock strangler figs right here. It's just so convoluted the way it bends around. This is a dead juniper with a fern growing around it. I tried 3 times to save this one and I didn't succeed. This one is a bunch of strangler figs that were in a pot. And what happens when they're in the pot is that they grow around a circle around the pot. And most people, when they take it out of the pot, cut those all off. And I thought I would see what happens if I just take them right out of the pot this way and put them in another pot. And so this is the result. I really like it. I just think it's different. This is a bamboo that I grew from a cutting that was sent to me. It's probably 15 feet tall now. Pretty soon it'll have some more culms in here. Back here is another mahogany. It's got some spots on it. I don't know what's going on. Another willow, and it seems to be doing pretty well on there. This pot has a pump in it, and when it's hooked up, it'll make a waterfall. Okay, this is buttonwood, and silver buttonwood, and it needs to be in the sun more than it is. Here we have 5 mahoganies plus a dead stump, and they get pretty tall. Pretty tall. Okay, backwards here. Schefflera in a pot I made around a balloon that's slowly disintegrating. Avocado back in the back, nice big leaves. These are water plants that just show up. That is a Mayan spinach, a big one, put on the ground there. Looks like the pump is still working back here. This is number 2. He hurt his foot yesterday, so he's taking it easy. Back here, some more ferns that I planted, and a planter that has some ferns in it already. This is a strangler fig in a bigger pot. Around the corner, Sweet. My dog helps a lot. Right, Sweet? You do. Okay, back here is 3 pots with avocados growing. Right there. Actually, just 2. I don't know what's in that one. This is a Royal Poinciana, and it's has grown better than it is right now. Maybe it'll come back when it's spring. Here we have, down here we have, believe it or not, a cashew sprouting from a stick. So that's a success I really like. This is what I did yesterday. This avocado was in a pot that was so small that I couldn't get the roots out. And I really fought with this thing. Finally got it out because it couldn't go on in there. So hopefully it'll live. This is a pencil plant, a really huge one, although we have much bigger ones. Over here, a little garden with coastal honeysuckle on this side, and then some strangler figs. This is all growing the little artillery plant that I like to put in. It grows by itself, but I like it anyway. Not sure what that is. This is another fire bush. They always look so raggedy and icky. I don't know, something likes to eat them. Down here we have, let's see, Mayan spinach and a strangler fig. That's a dead pot, nothing in it. This is another fire bush. This one does better. You can see the bushes on it are nice. It's a weird one. This is my wife's succulents. This is another success of gumbo limbo. These are two of the sticks that I put in here out of maybe 25 are growing, and the top one here is growing great. This is an orange tree, sour orange tree. It has bugs in it, which I can get rid of if I do that, probably. More. They're little spiders, I think. Anyway, sour orange. This is a arborvitae, I believe. This one. I don't know what that is. Some orchids. Back here we have what I'm trying to make into a Japanese garden. And first, this pot, which I think I have a film on, putting these strangler figs in this pot. It was another pot with some other things in it, and it broke, and so I did this with it. Back here, has to be tidied up, I can tell. A lot of wind the other day. That's why some of this might be knocked over. Okay, let's see here. This is a ilex. I don't really want you to do that. I don't. So let's pull you over here a little bit like that. Yeah, okay. Ilex, strangler fig, all wired up, which will probably be unwired shortly. I don't think it's really doing anything. This is a Simpson stopper, doing quite well. One of the leaves broke, but it's coming back. Over here, we have some bigger pots. This one is a nice big Schefflera. Another Mayan spinach, a combination of Schefflera and Mayan spinach here. And some ferns. Here we have more. A little one made out of a broken pot. With Mayan spinach, some more Schefflera, Mayan spinach, Mayan spinach. Here we have a pot that has a strangler fig and a loquat tree. We have a big loquat tree in the yard, and sometimes they grow. I got this one to grow. This is a weird strangler fig on a rock and on a fountain, so it's kind of growing all around everything. All right, let's go. I'd like to show you the Japanese garden, but it's far from finished. Okay, we're going around the corner here. This might be 15 minutes. It should be. That's how long it takes me to water, at least. Okay, frangipani. These are all small. That's orange jasmine, strangler fig, Brazilian pepper, strangler fig, armadillo plants, Mayan spinach, orange jasmine, and a palm tree back there. Okay, back in here we have mother-in-law's tongue, which I like. I liked my mother-in-law. She was great. Over here we have carrot wood and a pencil plant. Here we have a strangler fig growing on some old pavers that I put up. This is called goldfish plant. And here we have another maple